I recently made a video about how to appeal your Schengen visa if it gets rejected, and it has got about 900 views at the time of making this video. And the number of people that have commented on that video, I didn't expect these comments about my visa got rejected, can you help me with the appeal process? My visa was refused, can you help me with the appeal process? And I thought this was only till YouTube comments their visa was rejected pretty long back, and now they're following up actually to catch up on this, or their visas or their friends visas might have been rejected. They're just trying to catch up on the process on how to appeal your Schengen visa. But that is not the truth at all. I got several Instagram messages about, I'm getting this from almost 3 months, guys. Remember, I'm a small creator, guys. I'm not one of those big creators. I try to voice out my opinions a lot more than I should, but still people are doing the same mistakes again and again and wasting their money terribly. From about 3 months, on an average, daily I've got about 8 to 10 messages on Instagram, DMs on Instagram, people saying my visa got rejected, can you please help me with the process? I have booked fully confirmed flights. This is the most common reason. I have booked my fully confirmed flights, my visa got rejected, please help me reapply, please help me reapply. Now, the core reason, guys, now I've spoken to 90% of them, and the core reason beyond what I can imagine, or the core reason why their visas, all of them were in the same problem, is because of someone called visa agents. Now, this has been a major growing issue in India, and Indians have lost crores of money due to Schengen visa rejections in the previous year, that is 2024. And I'm sure 2025 is going to beat that record because people keep going back to visa agents. The main problem occurs here, guys. If your friends or if your family members, if your cousin or someone whom at your workplace got their Schengen visa, the first question that you'll ask is, how did you get your visa? And if that person says, I applied through an agent, and even you want to do the same thing, okay, he got his visa, I want to contact the agent and I want to apply my visa. And at the end of the day, the rejections have become so much that people have started putting cases on visa agent companies. So this is so frustrating. Schengen visa is not a cheap visa, guys. It is not like Japan 1800 rupees. People won't forget it that easily, because Schengen visa cost 10,000 rupees on an average for application, 2,500 to 3,000 rupees for VFS Global. Then you'll have to pay courier charges, then you'll have to pay SMS charges, XYZ charges, and visa agents are charging minimum 10 to 15,000 rupees extra. And if you are really scammed at the VFS center, then you'll opt for the VFS Premium Lounge, which is another 2,500 to 5,000 depending upon the city. That overall comes up to 35 to 40,000 rupees. For a single visa, 35 to 40,000 rupees. And for Indian passport holders, you need 1,000 documents to submit your Schengen visa. Now, let's break this down, guys, okay? Now, what is the most difficult thing about Schengen visa? What are the documents needed? Now, if you go to any VFS website for separate consulate like VFS France, VFS Belgium, VFS Germany, VFS Turkey, anywhere, you will get to know what are the documents needed. So, why do you need visa agent? So, what are the specific type of photograph I need to carry? It is available in VFS website. Why do you need visa agent? Now, you want to track your VFS application. VFS website is there. Why do you need VFS? Why do you need visa agents? Now, everything is in black and white available for you to fill the information and apply on your own. But still, people think that this is my first time I'm applying for Schengen visa. I don't want to take any chances. I want to go through an agent and get my Schengen visa. This is the most misconception that people have, that my friend got his visa, I am also going to do the same thing. I'll tell you what is the main problem with visa agents. See, documentation is available online. What is the photographs available online? Fee structure is available online. The only thing that is not available online is your cover letter, your sponsorship letter, and your itinerary, day-to-day itinerary. Now, what visa agents do is they deal with hundreds, thousands of applications, because we are a country with a lot of population. We have about 170, 180, I don't know what's the exact number. So many crores of people here in India. And maybe 1%, 2% or 10% travel to Schengen countries, want to apply for their visas. Even that is in crores. So visa agents are pretty busy, guys, let me tell you. And let's say you go to a visa agent, I've tried this myself. So let's say you want to go to a visa agent and say, I want my cover letter for France. So what he's going to do is, he's not going to understand your situation. He's going to take the previous guy whom he prepared cover letter for. He's just going to replace your passport number, your name and your spouse details, your address, etc., email address, etc., and is going to submit the application. He is not going to understand what is your situation, what is your bank balance, what is your travel history, how you have to prepare your cover letter, what has to be the introduction, and if you are going with your spouse, how the sponsorship letter has to be designed, if she is a homemaker or if he is a homemaker, how it has to be designed. No. And day-to-day itinerary, just taking the itinerary that's available on Google, just changing the name, the matter will be same. So the matter of day-to-day itineraries will be same, only the headings are changed. I know this 100% confidently because I have asked a couple of my friends to call them, to pay them and get the itinerary. The only difference between them was the name. I asked to get the France itinerary. The France itinerary was exactly same, only the name was the difference. Now you understand why do you want to pay so much of money and go to a visa agent and get your visas? Why do you need to spend so much of money, guys? I know many people have so much of money, but why do you need to actually do this? Now, if you want a cover letter, if you want a day-to-day itinerary, you can reach out to me on Instagram. I'm going to prepare this at a very, very reasonable cost. Reasonable than a Domino's large pizza is what I can say. If you want sponsorship letter, if you want your day-to-day itinerary, if you want your cover letter, if you have situations that you need to mention in the cover letter, if you have had previous rejections, if you need an appeal letter, or if your spouse and yourself is having certain cases that needs to be mentioned in the cover letter, I will take care of everything. Now, the same thing if you go to a visa agent, he's going to say, I know better than you, just let's go with this format, this is the approved format, because they don't want to work. The same thing is happening again and again. Now, when I got my first Schengen visa last year, that is for Norway, and I just called a visa agent who my friend gave my number. He said, I got my Schengen visa, can you give me your number? I took the number, I called up the visa agent, then I asked him, this is the first time I'm applying for Schengen visa, can you please help me with the documentation? Sir, 5,000 rupees plus GST. He didn't even listen to what I had to say, he just had 5,000 rupees plus GST for preparing documentation. 5,000 rupees plus GST, guys. Where the same documentation you can prepare it by yourself. You can go to Reddit, you can go to Google. There's so many AI tools. You can ask what is the documentation needed, what are people's experiences. You can go to VFS website. You can look at the documentation. I've made several videos on the same thing, on how to apply Schengen visa, how to track your VFS application, how to fill your application for France, how to fill your application for Germany. I've made several videos on Schengen visa because I've got Schengen visa myself. I've got it by my own effort. I've shown it to you live on YouTube that I've got my Schengen visa. I've traveled to 8 European countries last year, and still people want to spend their hard-earned money on visa agents. This is a core problem that needs to be stopped, guys. Start preparing by yourself. Okay, you might ask the question, okay, what if my visa gets rejected? Now you're paying 10,000 rupees visa application, which is non-refundable. You're paying 15,000 to visa agent, which is non-refundable. Nothing is refundable. At least get rejected on your own money. Why do you want to pay extra and then get rejected? Why do you want to do that, guys? Pay your money, do your own research. All you need is a laptop and an internet. That's pretty much it. You don't need anything else to shortlist the documentation that you need, to go through the documentation, to verify the documentation. There's a lot of online resources. You can take my help. You can follow me and then ping me on Instagram. You can take my help. I will certainly help you with the documentation or the cover letters or the itineraries. So you can save a lot of effort. You can watch my YouTube videos, which are free. How to book dummy flight tickets. I've already made a video which is absolutely free. So go through the process, guys, and apply on your own. That's all I have to say. I don't want to stress this video more and more by repeating the same things I've told in this video. Avoid visa agents. Apply on your own effort with your own money. You don't have to pay even 1 rupee to extra to anyone. Just go to VFS and complete your process. A lot of people have messaged me, more than 100, 200 of people have messaged me saying, I went through your videos and I got my Schengen visa. Thank you so much. That is enough, guys, for me. If you have applied visa on your own and if you've got your Schengen visas, that is more than what I want. If you're applying on your own, you're saving a lot of money, and that is the right way, the right process to do this. So I'll catch you guys in my next video. Please do forward this video to your friends and family. I know I'm a very small creator, guys. I'm not those big creator with fancy things on my video editing and stuff. I'm here to tell you what exactly is going on, what the matter is. That's pretty much it. I'll catch you guys in my next video.